congrats.
Thank you.
What were, I guess, initial thoughts on the race, and I'm probably pretty happy with it.
Execution-wise, I give it a C+. I hit like maybe 3 or 4 hurdles because I was like really hot in the warm-up, and I was a little too amped up, and I was actually going for it today. And when I hit those, I hit like 2 on the back stretch. I just kind of had to back off and settle into this weird rhythm, and then keep coming home. But did what I had to do, get on the team. So that's a good thing. And yeah, so all in all, C+ for today. But happy that I was able to make my second Olympic team and just get this weight off my back, because it's just like, damn. But yeah.
What does that mean to make your second team?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, making one is great. And I mean, that's all everyone ever hoped for. And especially in our system where we actually have to go to trials and run our events, and there's no like discretionary picks. You have to earn your spot no matter what. It means so much, in all honesty, and I think that's what makes and breaks the U.S. trials. You know, it's a double-edged sword. You know, live by it or die by it. And I live today, so yeah.
So to be able to run 46-46 on a C+ race, I mean, how does that make you feel heading into Paris?
It makes me feel good. I mean, I know the fitness is there and I'm healthy. We just have to clean up some things, and it was only a matter of time before I got to this point where I'd have to adjust my race strategy. So I think now I'm gonna have to start going 12s on the back stretch just to adjust. And today it's like it's weird, you know, like everyone sacrificed so much to be here, and it's you see what happened first session and some of the second session, and you get out here and you're a little cautious, and it's things play back in the back of your mind, and it's a lot of mental games that go on like downstairs as well that you guys don't really see. And I think just to come out and make this team under the circumstances and under the pressure of just making a U.S. team, hardest team in the world to make, I mean, it means a lot.
Like, every race today was a meet record.
Yeah.
After
Oh yeah, 100%. Like when I walked out and I just saw how packed the stadium is, I mean, that just kind of gave me a little boost, and that's why I was like so hot to the first hurdle and the second, and then I was like, you know, let me just kind of check back down into this, you know, cautionary state, because I think for me it was more so make the team as opposed to run a fast time. And I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. I mean, people complain that we should change venues, but like, for why? Like, you know, people show up. I saw a guy with a sign out here that traveled 2,000 miles to be here, so it works, you know. Like it's the atmosphere to be in, so it was phenomenal.
Rai, what's it say about, I guess, before hurdles, you guys close out the meet now? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's maybe a time when people were like, now it's the.
Yeah, like I tweeted the other day, track and field is on the up and up, and there's some Twitter pages that they just honestly suck, and I don't even know why they like post certain things sometimes, because they just like literally just talk shit all the time, and like half of them don't even know what they're talking about. But track and field's on the up and up, and I think this weekend like shows it with the emergence of Grand Slam track and everyone running fast, and you know, all the major hitters coming out this weekend just shows like where we are. Stadium's packed, people are running fast. I mean, a lot of professional athletes were getting chastised because we weren't running fast in April, and it's like, you guys watch track 365 days a year. Like, who runs fast in April? Like, no one. So let's just wait till June and see what happens. And you know, like you saw what happened this weekend. Noah 19.5, the 110 hurdles, 13.03 got left off the team. World record, like, to make the 400-meter hurdle team on the women's side. Like, it's phenomenal. What's happening right now is like great.
Because last time you were in the Olympics, you were part of probably one of the best races
Yeah.
ever in the Olympics. So how excited did you visit that?
It's in the past for me, to be honest. Like, I think for me, it's this is a new day, new dawn, and I'm in an almost like this esoteric state, I feel like sometimes. And yeah, it's going to be phenomenal in Paris, and just one meet at a time. I think one round at a time, and if the conditions are right and the circumstances right, then it's going to be fireworks.
Do you feel comfortable with the times you're running? I think you have 3 of the top 5 performances all time now. Like, do you feel comfortable running that consistently fast?
Yeah, I definitely do feel like now. I mean, I can have a shitty race like I did today and still run fast, and so it's there. Like everything's clicking right now. Like mentally, like I'm there, and I think for me, it's like I think after Budapest, I kind of figured out like, hey, like just be calm, just let whatever happen, and not feed into the whole like, oh, you got to beat him, you got to do this. And I run fast, it's a problem. I run slow, it's a problem. Who the hell cares? Like, I just got to go out and just do me every single time. And I kind of let go of that, and I think that's just a direct result of me being
We're talking about popularity. Is Sydney the Simone of the track? I mean, is she at that level?
Sydney McLaughlin is Sydney McLaughlin. Sydney McLaughlin isn't Simone Biles. She's Sydney McLaughlin, and I think she carries her own weight and carries it well. And people give her a lot of shit for not racing throughout the year, both her and the thing, but I think people don't understand the enormous sacrifice and the enormous pressure that those women are under to perform well every single time she gets on the track. And people are expecting her to break a world record, which is insane every single time you get on the track. And I think we just kind of got lulled into this state of just fast times, and everyone just expects it every time because it's like a dopamine spike every time you see it. But realistically, like, we're human beings and we have feelings, and I think people should be more kind and more understanding towards her and the thing. And look what happened. She didn't really race much this season. She came out here and broke all the records. So, just leave her alone. Let Bobby Kersey do what he does. Let Steve McLaughlin does what she does. So, yeah.
Right from
Today vindicate Bobby, because Bobby took a lot of shit.
Of course, 100%. I mean, what else do you want to see? 2 more records. Jenna Prandini, arguably, showed up here and ran her heart out, and so did Kenny. So, great training group, great coach. I mean, 2 more records, man. That's all I can say. I haven't even broken a world record. Yeah.
Right,
My coach is
What
amazing.
are some things that you're going to work on in practice this next month to help that C+ get to an A+?
Just being more confident and just trusting my left leg and going for it, and not really. I think this weekend there's so much pressure on making the team that the reservation is don't do anything stupid. Only I can beat myself. So that was kind of my reservation. I feel way more comfortable taking 13s all the way. So now it's now we got to turn it up a little bit now and get ready to go to another stratosphere, because it's going to be I assume it's going to be a fast race, and I want to be prepared to go to the deep end when I have to, August 9th.
Rai, how do you set expectations for yourself? I mean, you self-described shitty race.
Yeah.
You know, the time that you ran a meet record,
Yeah.
you came out and won, you made the team, but that's how you described your own race. How are you defining expectations for yourself?
I think for me, it's just the only expectation I have is just an elusive gold medal. That's the only thing. I have every single color individually. Silver, bronze, unfortunately. I just don't have a gold medal.
Relays.
And relays, but you guys don't even respect, well, not you guys, but people in the community don't really respect, in America, don't really respect relay medals. So it's just kind of he got a medal in the relay, so what? But for myself, I want that individual medal just to say that I did it. And even if I don't get it, life moves on. It's not the end of the world. I think I've kind of ran myself into history here between all 3 of us, Carson and Allison. And, it's at the end of the day, these things are material things. So, but fingers crossed this summer I do it. Yeah, thank you.
Well, how does that
Thank you, Rai.
How does that silver medal that you won in Tokyo sit with you now? It was such a ridiculous race. I know you were good at the time, but do you view that with a sort of different sense of accomplishment now than you did at the time when you won it and it didn't nip him at the end? You know what I mean? Is there a different appreciation for it?
No, I actually don't really think. I don't even see these things. I have a box at home that Nike gave me, and I put them in a box, and I don't look at them at all. So sometimes I forget. I was having a conversation this morning with Coach Watts, and he asked me how many medals do you have? And I'm just like, dude, I don't even know. I don't even look at them. But that medal in Tokyo was very special, and it hurt a lot. I mean, I had a panic attack after the race, and my chest hurt for the next 24 hours, even on the line for the 4x4. And I specifically remember going back to my room, and Michael was my roommate, and I'm like, dude, I think I'm about to have a heart attack. The pain was radiating through my left hand, and my chest was tight. It just messed me up, to be honest, just the emotion of it. And looking back, it just made me more resilient today. And I mean, I've been through a lot. I've been hurt the past couple of seasons, and I still made it work. So, I mean, it'll be nice. It's nice going into the Olympic Games and being healthy and being fast and feeling fit.
What about, have you heard about the new qualifying system, the last chance qualifier? It's called the Repage or Repage?
Yeah, I have no plans on being in that heat.
Yeah, do you have any thoughts about it as being in place for Paris?
I feel like World Athletics kind of panders to the Europeans quite a bit, in all honesty. And I mean, the only reason why I see it being a thing is because, it adds drama and it gets those European countries in. And,
Yeah.
I mean, viewership over there is important. So, I mean, that's what they even changed the relay rules now. So it's it's going to be a shit show choosing our relay in the next coming hours. And some people are going to be really hurt about it because now, instead of taking 6, we can only take 5.
Okay.
And some of the guys can't run on the relay because they're running 200s. And it's just what are we, why are we changing rules in the middle of the night? You know? Run faster. That's if you have a problem, run faster.
Great.
And that brings me to another point where I feel we deserve 4 spots. In the 110s, in the 100, and the 200. Because if you're gonna just add these extra rounds for extra people, you might as well just give us the extra spot at that point. So I don't know, it's yeah, I think they pander towards the Europeans a lot, which it's fine, it's whatever. Especially with this what's it called?
Ultimate championships?
No, the ranking system, stupid as well. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. If you run the time, man. It's whatever. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Well, from the eyes of someone who is also one of the best 400-meter hurdles runners of all time, what is it that makes Sydney so exceptional at this event?
She's just an athlete. Man. She's just good at everything that she does, and I mean, she may not show it to you guys, but she's a killer in real life. And whenever she gets on that track, she's really, really hard to beat. So I think just having those silent characteristics make her who she is. And like I said, it's one of those things where she's been that way since high school. And it's been an immense amount of pressure on her to do well and always do well. And I mean, if she does it, then it's a big deal. It's a big story. So I think the same goes for Sha'Carri, the same goes for Thing as well too. So I think we should show some human empathy and give them a little grace sometimes, and not really jump to conclusions and write crazy stories about them not racing and how it's bad for the sport. Her not racing arguably is good for the sport because look what just happened out there today. So if she doesn't want to race until Olympic trials, so be it. I think that just kind of showed it, and I think we should just kill the whole conversation around her and Bobby and the rest of that group doing whatever the hell they want. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's a scarcity element too. People get really excited when she does race.
Yeah, and then that brings it's you don't want to flood the market with too much money, or else you have inflation. People want the supply and demand is the basic econ 101 principles, So she's she was in demand, and she freaking performed today. So yeah, it was amazing to see. Yeah.